Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. J, and I had talked a little bit in another video about how to read with children that have dyslexia, and I talked about going over the books and having gist and that sort of thing. So what I wanted to do was do a couple videos on how you can read with a dyslexic child to really help them, and I'm breaking these down into dealing with children at various stages. So this video is going to focus on how to read with a child that is a pre-reader or an early reader. And this is going to be really helpful for their ability to learn to read and to love reading and to take advantage of what strengths come with dyslexia. So first we're going to do a rookie reader, Messy Bessie's family reunion. So the first thing we would do is take the book with the child and say, oh, look at this. Messy Bessie's family reunion. Wow, look, what do you think is going on? And then so the child will say, oh, I think everybody's eating, and say, oh, well, you know, I see there's Messy Bessie. Who do you think that probably is? Is that her brother? You know, so you talk about the people so they get an understanding. If you look at the back of the book, it has a family tree. And so you go over the family tree. Oh, there's grandmother and grandfather. Oh, and then here is, you know, mom and dad and mom. And, you know, aunt and uncle. So you go over all the characters so they understand these are the people that I'm going to be introduced to. And then it's very picture heavy. So you talk about how the pictures go with the story. The one good thing that's you're going to find in most rookie readers, most early reader books, is that there's going to be rhyme. And so your child can really benefit from the rhyme. Whenever you're reading with a dyslexic child, especially a non-reader or an early reader, you always read it first and then have them repeat it back. So we would say, oh, all of Bessie's family with the last name of Brown, then you go, are having a reunion at the park in town. So you would go back and say, can you read that? Of course, they're going to go from memory. So all of Bessie's family with the last name of, now you know this is going to be a word that they're going to be expected to know really early. Brown. With the name of Brown. Look at that. B-R-O-W-N. Brown. Then you talk about, oh look, that is a big B. Why do you think that's a big B? That's a big B because that's their name. Even though that's a color, that's also their name. So we always capitalize a name. So Brown. Then you go to the next page. You know, are having a reunion at the park in town. See, they're at the park. Wow. Okay, so then you go on to the next page. You know, aunts and uncles, okay, I'm having trouble. Aunts and uncles and cousins too, grandma and grandmother are all together having fun, enjoying one another. And so you're going to really enunciate grandmother, another, so they understand rhyme. And then you can also look and point out that, oh, look, this in grandmother ends in O-T-H-E-R, other. Just like another ends in O-T-H-E-R, other. So you point out different clues and context and that sort of thing just to get them really familiar with rhyme. I'll do another story, Jamaica and Brianna. My daughter's a big fan of Jamaica books. And this one doesn't rhyme. So this is what you do when it doesn't rhyme. Jamaica and Brianna. Oh, look, there's Jamaica and there's Brianna. Oh, look at this. Look at this. What do you see? Look, she's wearing boots and they got their shoes next to them. I wonder why. So then you go and you start, and before you read, you just kind of look through the book. Let's just look through and see what. Oh, look, Jamaica's holding up some boots to her mom. Wonder what that's gonna be about. Oh, her mom is feeling her toe. Look at that. I bet she's trying to see if those shoes fit. I bet. Oh, look, Jamaica's dad and her brother are in there. I wonder. You think her dad and brother might have something to do with those shoes? I wonder. Oh, look at Jamaica's walking through the snow. Oh, are those the boots that her mom was trying on her? Wow. Oh, look, there's Brianna. What is Brianna doing? Is Brianna pointing? What do you think Brianna might be saying? I don't know. Oh, look at Jamaica. Oh, my. Look, does her mom see a hole in the shoe? Wow, I wonder how that hole got in that shoe. Oh, my, look. They look like they're at the store. I think Jamaica's getting some new boots. Look at those boots. Are those like Brianna's? Isn't that funny? Wow. So you would just go through and you point out the pictures. Then you go back. Okay, so we didn't read any words. We just looked at the picture so that your child is kind of thinking about, oh, this is what this book is probably going to be about. I bet it's going to have something to do with boots and shoes. Okay, so then you start to read. Do I have to wear Ozzy's boots? Jamaica asked her mother. Until I have a chance to buy you new boots, her mother said. So that's what they were pointing out. Let's read what Jamaica said. Do I have to wear Ozzy's boots? Look, there's a big O, so that must be a name. Ozzy, yeah, Ozzy is Jamaica's brother. So can you read that to me? They're probably going to remember. Do I have to wear Ozzy's boots? Boots. So then Jamaica asked her mother, until I have a chance to buy you new, what's that? And then you point. Okay, they just said boots, and you just went over the word boots 3 times. So there's B-O-O-T-S. And if they can't say boots, go back up here and say, let's read again what Jamaica said. Do I have to wear Ozzy's boots? B-O-O-T-S, boots. Now let's go back to what her mommy said. Until I have a chance to buy you new, B-O-O-T-S. What do you think that is? Boots. And so this is a way for you to help your child with understanding context before they start the story, so they get a feel for what the story is going to be about. It's showing you how you point out words that are similar. One of the biggest things you will find with parents who have dyslexic children is that the first way that they knew their child was dyslexic was because the child might read a word on one page and then turn a page and they have no idea what that word is that they just read. That's why you want to constantly point out the same word. So you know that boots is going to be in this book a lot. So I just, randomly turn to a page where they're at the store, and sure enough, boots, 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 boots. Okay, so you want to point out that word, when that word is always going to be that word. Boots, 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 boots. Now, this is English, so we have things like tear and tear and hair and hair, So there are going to be sometimes, but you don't have to get into that nuance just yet. So for right now, with a pre-reader or early reader, you want to point out that every time they see B-O-O-T-S, that's going to be boots. B-O-O-T-S, boots. And if your child is one where they're reversing letters, you want to really go and say, oh, look, B. You see how that B is made? B, that's a B. Now look at, and then you want to find, like on this page, we have the word boots, and then we also have a word that begins in D, didn't. So you want to point out, look, B, and then have them trace the B with that finger, and then the D. So you want them to trace with their finger so they can start to really understand this is how the B goes, and this is how the D goes. So hope that helps. This just, it's often recommended that this is the way that you read with dyslexic children. This is the way I read with my kids. It's just really, really helpful for helping them understand how words come together, training the eye really closely, allowing them and teaching them how to take advantage of their strength, which is context, gist, and finding patterns. That's going to be what is a strength of dyslexics. So you want to take that strength, that is a natural strength that they have, and build it into their reading. So hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, definitely post it below. I'm going to do another video where I show you how to go over books with children that are a bit stronger readers or are a little bit older, but this one is just about how we read with pre-readers or early readers. This is Dr. J, and I'm out.